This video is sponsored by NordPass, a password management service provided by NordVPN. NordPass uses top-of-field encryption to securely save, store, and protect your passwords, and even generate new and complex passwords with just the click of a button. You simply download the extension to your internet browser and select one master password to log into any and all of your accounts. NordPass is compatible with just about every major internet browser, as well as your iPhone and Android devices. When you use the NordPass browser extension or app, you are not only securing your personal account information, but you're also making your life easier in general by only needing to remember one password instead of constantly clicking that dreaded forgot password link every other day. If you click on the link down below, you can receive 50% off of the already very low monthly price, all the while supporting my channel. You can do this by using the promo code FROMNOTHING or simply going to nordpass.com/FromNothing. So anyway, without further ado, let's continue on with the video. Hello everyone. Today's video is a Patreon request. If you'd like to make a video request of your own, you can do so by supporting this channel on Patreon. The link to this can be found below. So I decided that I'll turn this particular Patreon request into a full-blown recurring series, African weapons. This is a topic that I've wanted to touch on for a while because, as with most African history, it really is an underappreciated area of history that deserves more recognition, and honestly, if you see some of these weapons, you'll probably be just as confused as I am as to why they aren't more well known or talked about. In today's episode, we'll discuss the Ngombe Ungulu. The Ngombe Ungulu isn't just one specific sword, but a type of sword endemic to Central Africa, with each ethnic groups having their own respective variety unique to their own people. The shapes and forms of these weapons are so unique that it becomes very apparent when looking at them that they are not crafted purely for their functional or utilitarian value, but more for their aesthetic and spiritual appeal. However, for the most part, they usually take on a sickle-like form similar to that of the Ethiopian shotel, but sharpened on one end. Some varieties did, however, contain a double edge. The hilt lacked a crossguard and instead contained a triangular form that tapered as one moves closer to the blade. This hilt was usually composed of wood, sometimes reinforced with metal wire or metal beads, and the bottom contained one or two elliptoid or double cone-shaped pommels. Furthermore, they were not used for combat. Their main purpose was for executions, or at least that's what early European explorers would say. Early European explorers of the region first arrived in the late 19th and 20th centuries, with the agenda of exploring the truly savage regions of Africa, those that were completely unknown or untouched by the white man or Arabs. To their surprise, they found that the native peoples were crafting these highly sophisticated weapons that even modern blacksmiths have difficulty replicating, as was evident in the History Channel's Forged in Fire TV series. These early European explorers recorded that when executions were performed with this weapon, the prisoner was firmly bound to wooden posts with a noose tied around their neck. This noose, however, was not worn in such a way as to suffocate the prisoner, but served more as a lasso, if you will. The other end was then tied to a sapling under tension, flexed in a manner similar to a fishing reel with a big catch on the line. Once this was done, the executioner would then decapitate the prisoner, an action that would immediately release the tension on the sapling and send the head of the unfortunate victim flying into the sky. Of course, however, it is important to note that the descriptions made by early European observers of this weapon as well as similar weapons of the region are known to have been exaggerated as a means of emphasizing the perceived savagery or backwardness of this uncharted part of Africa. Because, of course, we know that Europeans never implemented any sort of savage methods of execution. Never, ever, ever, at all. Nope. Due to the unique shapes of these weapons, which were largely absent in European traditions, they assumed that the unique forms all had their own utilitarian purposes specifically designed as exotic and barbaric methods of killing people. Similar to how the doctor's office has a tool of a different size and shape suited for a very specific purpose. In reality, the only part of the weapon that had any sort of functional or utilitarian purpose was the curved blade. And even still, the only thing that is known with certainty is that the weapon was used as a symbol of status or prestige, in a manner similar to how kings elsewhere would carry scepters or wear crowns on their heads. Let me know if you have any recommendations for African weapons that you'd like to see featured in future episodes. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope that you will enjoy this series as it progresses. And don't forget that if you have a video request of your own, you can request one by supporting From Nothing on Patreon. And while you're there, all sources from my videos are posted there every time I upload. The link to this can be found below. Stay tuned for the next episode, and always remember, we don't come from nothing.